Hello, Daphne here with a really fun video for you titled Talk About a Wild Ride. My husband and I truly enjoyed this experience, which was a new one for us. Riding around behind a team of African Huskies must be placed at the top of our list of one of the most fun and exciting winter adventures. We absolutely loved this experience. There is no question that Jackson Hole, Wyoming is a winter wonderland. The snow-covered Tetons make up one of the increments of this gorgeous scenery at this time of year. There is an exciting way to absorb oneself in all the beauty of this snowy landscape, and that is to take a ride with a team of frisky Huskies taking you through the wilderness. My sweetheart and I decided a dog sledding adventure was in the cards for us. To say this was a great idea is an understatement. We had no idea what an amazing and unique experience this would turn out to be. Before I continue with my description of our amazing day of racing through the wilderness, I want to invite you to join our exclusive Facebook group, Second Half Travel Adventures. I believe everyone with a touch of wanderlust should have the ability to travel anywhere in the world, whenever and wherever they so choose. Providing travel inspiration and resources for world travel is what I do. So please join us. We would love to have you. Now back to Huskies. Huskies are truly amazing sled dogs. We watched as they were hooked up to our sled, each one jumping around, continuing to wag their tails like crazy, obviously excited to start another trip racing through the wilderness. And did you know that Huskies are not forced to run? They absolutely love to run. And we had the time of our lives watching them do just that. Upon arrival at the dog sled center, we checked in and then went to observe the Huskies. What a rambunctious group of friendly dogs. All were wagging their tails to beat the band. Their most endearing quality is that they don't like to be alone, which means the more you pet them, the more they want. They are just so cuddly and affectionate. It was just wonderful. Here's a wonderful thing about deciding on a winter adventure like this. In the middle of nowhere, dog sledding is an experience like no other. An amazing time we had sitting in a sled behind this team of dogs. We were tickled by how these dogs absolutely loved what they were doing. They raced and through the wilderness so fast, we couldn't believe it. We were surprised actually how fast they run. It's really an experience like no other. Sitting behind a dog sled being pulled at high speed by a team of Huskies, well, that's hard to describe, but it's so much fun observing the dogs enjoying themselves while at the same time seeing exquisite scenery around every corner as we whizzed by. Along our route, we stopped to have hot tea. This also gave us a chance to interact with the Huskies. We were tickled by how these dogs absolutely loved our attention. So much fun watching them. So much fun being with them. I just loved every minute of this afternoon we spent. This was on the top of our list of fun-loving and amazing experiences. As we rode around, our musher told us about different history of mushing, history of dog sledding, a lot about Alaskan Huskies, and of course about the famous Alaskan Iditorod race. Dog sledding is available in many different parts of the world, and here are just some of the few. Of course, Alaska is one of the main places. Yellowstone, both Montana and Wyoming. Dog sledding is available in Norway. There are Greenland dog sled tours, and of course dog sledding in New York. Dog sledding was made famous by the Iditorod. One amazing race. Each team consists of 12 to 16 Huskies. This grueling race began in 1973. Teams of dog sleds race across a 1,049-mile long route over Alaska's frozen tundra. Beginning in Anchorage, they go all the way to Nome, often in blizzard conditions. Temperatures are consistently below zero. This race is considered one of the most challenging anywhere in the world, and that's obvious. Such a desolate landscape and nowhere to turn if you really need something. I would be curious to know exactly what these mushers bring along. Obviously, they must bring a great deal of food for these dogs as they run approximately 100 miles a day. Plus, there must be some kind of sleeping equipment for the musher to stay warm in the middle of these way below freezing temperatures at night, to rest up. I wonder if there's something to warm their food. All these questions would be so interesting to know a lot more about. One of the most enjoyable things was watching these Alaskan Huskies romp around together when we would take a break. It was clear they just had so much fun together. They were playing around like, a couple of young kids on a carpet in your living room. And it was just so amusing to watch them. Anyway, I can tell you in no uncertain terms that I fell absolutely head over heels in love with Alaskan Huskies. What an amazing breed of dog they are. And it's my understanding that after their racing days are over, these make absolutely wonderful pets. They are loyal and affectionate, and they love people. And that is a really good description of a wonderful companion. Getting back to the Iditarod, this race takes place on the first Saturday of March. Officially known as the Trail Sled Dog Race, this world-famous event is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Oh my goodness gracious, wouldn't it be fun to be up there? I would love to see those multiple teams of Huskies take off into the wilderness, wagging their tails like mad, and so excited to be racing again. So this brings me to the end of our story. But I'd like to say, if you happen to find yourself in a place where dog sledding is available, give it a try. We loved every minute. Such an amazing way to spend an afternoon. It's hard to describe the beauty of seeing the wilderness behind a team of Alaskan Huskies. It was so special. And this last picture is rounding the corner from home. on a wintry day, soaking up the beauty created by Mother Nature, but behind a team of some of the friendliest dogs on planet Earth. You can see from the pictures here, smiles never left our faces, interacting with these Huskies who love being loved. What a kick!